Olá, meu nome é Ricardo Laganaro, sou diretor do A LINHA, curta em realidade virtual, que teve sua premiere no Festival de Veneza em 2019. Lá a gente ganhou o Leão por melhor experiência em realidade virtual. E depois, em 2020, a gente também acabou entrando e ganhou no Primetime Emmy com o prêmio de melhor experiência de inovação excepcional em programação interativa. So VR is a love story that happens in a scale model of São Paulo in 1940, and it's a story about Pedro, the paper guy, that is in love with Rosa, the florist that lives in the other side of the city, and you as the user helps him go through the city and to see if he's finally able to declare to her, but she's too shy to do that. And the story can be a fable, can have a lot of interpretations, but one of the things that we're trying to discuss there was the fear of change, the fear of changing your path to do what you want, and all the consequence that you have when you do that. And sometimes can be good, sometimes can be bad, and you have to face it. And the idea is making a film interactive that would mix these possibilities of interacting with the story but not being in a game specifically. And the idea that we made in VR, we call it an embodied narrative. So it's a narrative that uses your entire body to advance it. So you have to move a lot, and this will make you feel that it's your story as well, that you are part of this experience as the characters. We started Árvore at 2017, and since that moment we had this feeling that VR was happening in the whole world at the same time, so it wasn't a few chances you may have in a career to start a new medium, a new language, a new ecosystem in a new market with all the globe together. And we thought that if we created beautiful experience from the beginning, they could be relevant and we could be protagonists of this new market, helping to create the standards as other people in other countries in a unique way that probably we never saw before, because usually when we have a new medium, we have just the countries that created the technology, creating all the standards, all the languages and everything, and then it goes to the other countries. But with VR, it's not like that. It's people from all around the globe creating together. And I really think it was important to create an experience that was with a universal story that everybody could relate to, not talking about Brazil, not talking about Latin America, but using as a natural landscape. We thought that it would be very important to show and normalize our life, our scenario, our colors, our textures as part of regular universal stories, as we see Los Angeles, as we see New York, as we see Paris or London in regular films. Because if not, when we have this gap, I think, of markets from the countries that created the medium and the other countries like us, you only have opportunities when you are talking about yourself, and we don't want that. We don't want to talk about Brazil just to talk about samba or football or forest. We can have universal stories that happen in Brazil, and I think it's the same with Latin America and the same with Africa, and an opportunity that we really want to enjoy. We don't want this train pass and let this medium grow without being part of this medium. So our main idea was to have the story in São Paulo, because it's the city that I was born, part of the team was born, and our company was born in São Paulo. My parents were also born in São Paulo, my grandparents were born in São Paulo, so I had a lot of material of the city in the 50s and in the 40s, and I think they were very beautiful, it's very personal, it's very familiar, and we wanted to talk a story in this natural way, not having to talk about love, but being like in Rio or in the jungle or having a soccer player or something like that. We wanted to normalize our country and our scenario and our landscape to a universal love story as we see in other mediums made by other countries.